Welcome to the Hitch List, a podcast for wedding lovers, planners, and party people. We're your hosts, Abby.
And I'm Cassidy, two seasoned event vendors spilling the champagne on what really goes on behind the scenes.
From the planning stage to the final send-off, we're diving into everything events. Brides, grooms, planners, parties, vendors, and the wild stuff no one tells you about.
Whether you're planning your dream day, you're knee-deep in vendor contracts, or working in the industry, we've got the tips, tea, and timeline talk to keep you sane.
Hey friends! Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Hitch List podcast, where we get you hitched without a hitch. Today we have Katie Harris with Bohemian Gypsy Florals joining us for one of our interviews. Katie, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself, your business, how you got started, all of the ins and outs of your world, your corner of the wedding industry.
So, I am originally from Hattiesburg. I met my husband and moved here about 4 years ago. I've been in the wedding industry for 24 years. I started off doing makeup.
And Did you really?
I did. Makeup by Katie and Company.
You still do it occasionally, don't you?
Yeah, I gave my kit away to another artist.
Your kid?
Kit.
Oh. I thought you said my kid.
Not because, I mean, it was just sitting there, like, all of thousands of dollars worth of makeup.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather it go to someone who does that every weekend versus it just sit there. And because I'll take special requests and, like, do it for friends and stuff, but it's just not something that I do anymore. But that's how I got started, and I kind of built my clientele. I mean, I had a very good clientele with that, and I think that's kind of how a lot of people knew me. And then I kind of, as just a side hustle, I started renting out peacock chairs, if you remember that.
I do.
I was really into, like, because I went to interior design school.
I didn't know that.
Yes. So I kind of just really, when boho, before it got really popular, I was just super into it. Like, I bought a custom macrame piece from this artist in Ukraine. Like, I wanted my whole house, like, decked out in boho stuff. And
I wanted to live in a macrame.
Right.
Before the trend, like
before
ahead
it
of that
like got
wave.
super, it had just kind of started, which, you know, we're a little behind on the trends down here anyway, but I just loved it. And people knew that. A friend of mine called me and she said, I'm at this boutique. They have a peacock chair, and I know your whole house is, like, decorated like that. It's $75, and I know you had put it on Facebook that you had been looking for one for your house. I said, see if they'll take a payment over the phone.
You got $75. Can I Venmo?
I want it. So I talked to the lady on the phone. She was super nice. Did the payment over the phone. Got the chair. And I started renting it out because I was like,
Yep, you're right.
I said, I can make my $75 back super quick. And people were, like, just starting to get into, like, wanting the backdrops and stuff for their baby showers. So I ended up getting that one. And that one turned into me getting 4 more. At one time, I had 5 peacock chairs.
That's crazy.
Yes. And so then...
That's so stupid.
So then I just did this as a side hustle, you know, along with the makeup, and I was working full time at a pharmacy then. So I was working, and
All still in Hattiesburg, right?
all still in Hattiesburg. And so I started renting them out. It got super popular. Like, everybody knew me to rent out the chairs. Like, my phone was blowing up all the time. And then someone said, well, if you're renting out the chair, can you make me some flowers to go on the chair? Or I've got an arch to go behind my chair for this shower. Can you make me some flowers to go on it? And I said, well, I've never thought about it, but I could. I mean, I always have just kind of had a knack for it. And that just kind of snowballed into today.
5 weddings in one weekend.
Yeah.
Today.
And it just, I got with the rental stuff, and people still will message my business page and say, do you still do your peacock package? Because I would do that. And the package would be like my chair, a table, a rug, and a vase with really tall pampas grass for $100. And that was for delivery. Right. And I was
Were
like,
you picking anything off of that?
yeah.
Well, you had it at that point, too. It was just a matter of driving there.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I'd already made my money back, but it was just the hassle of taking it. But that's what got old. The hassle of taking it. And then the people who didn't pay attention to my rules and regulations. Like, I would see pictures and people would have 2 or 3 people sitting in the chair. People would, which I had business insurance in case anybody fell, obviously. But if you're doing something stupid,
right,
like, and it's not like I can go to Hobby Lobby and buy another peacock chair.
Well, and for those that don't know, those peacock chairs are hundreds and thousands of dollars.
Yes.
They are not cheap. Like, the fact
and
that
they're
you
old.
found one less than $500 in store somewhere is insane.
Well, the other 2 I got, the lady sold both of them to me for, I think it was $800. So
That's still crazy.
I paid $400 a piece for the other 2, and I ended up having to sell them just as decor pieces for somebody that had a shop, just because people ruined them.
Right.
So I just got so tired of people not taking care of my stuff, and so it just got to the point where I was like, I am going to just trust God and literally go out on a limb here and see where the flowers take me. And that's been 7 years ago now.
And you ship across the freaking world at this point.
Yes.
Other countries. I mean,
I had a lady want me to ship
known.
to Turks and Caicos. I'm like, she was a referral from Ashton.
okay.
And they're doing a vow renewal. And it's literally just a bouquet and a bridesmaid's bouquet and a boutonniere. And I'm like, you don't want me to make it just to fit in your carry-on?
A better idea yet, what if you buy my ticket and I'll just
bring it over there.
I'll just bring it over there.
I'll assemble it on site.
Right.
Master
yeah.
class.
You don't even have to pay for the flowers. Just pay for my ticket.
I would so do it.
Yeah, that's true.
I would love for somebody to fly me to a destination wedding. I was telling several people at the show that I've broken into the Florida market because somehow I don't even know
I did too, yeah.
how I've made friends with these 2 Florida planners, but I have done countless quotes and calls. So I'm all about it. Like, if I can, I love like that area anyway. Like, I love Fairhope, Pensacola, Navarre, 38, all those areas. So, and it takes a lot of work, like, just to get your name out there. But a lot of people see me, most everybody says on Facebook.
Yeah.
So
you're very active on Facebook, and I think that makes a difference.
I still don't have Instagram down pat. I don't have TikTok down pat. I have over 8,000 followers on Facebook, but Instagram is like 800. But I don't know what the algorithm is.
How long have you been around on Instagram and Facebook?
Like over 10 years.
Oh, okay.
But I think, like, I've found that, like, there are, like, our photographers that we use a lot, they focus more on Instagram. and then there's people that focus more on Facebook. And
I
focus
feel
more
like
on
maybe
like
it's
you're
my
good
age.
at,
Because people say older people are better on Facebook, but I don't like to shoot videos of myself. It's just never been my thing. People used to want me to YouTube like a makeup tutorial, and I could just never do it because I always felt so stupid watching it back.
It takes a second to get comfortable with it.
Ever thought about maybe doing the like tripod thing like behind and just doing like the?
I have all the gear, but I just
like without your face in it, I guess.
I just don't like. And I even had a consultation with a content creator. I wish that I could have hundreds of thousands of followers on TikTok, but I just don't. I don't ever do videos. I can post photos.
So much.
It is. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Abby's over here like famous.
But
on
you do
TikTok.
good on it, like
Her and her son.
With my 30 likes.
I posted one TikTok video and I got like 10 likes, and I was like, yes.
I know. Like I can't master the algorithm.
From a personal perspective with it on TikTok, I've found that it like relieves the stress of being the mom at home to my 3 under 3. Like it takes away the like heaviness of it. I can be more lighthearted. But from a business perspective, I definitely struggle making content for Bamari or for this podcast, like, or for the other 2 freaking businesses that my mother-in-law and my husband have that rely on me to do their marketing, and I fail utterly at it.
No,
because
I will say, yeah.
I don't, like, I'd rather just do the work. Like, for Bamari, I'm just going and going and going. Go to my storage unit, pack up for the event, go to the event, set up. Like, that's what I enjoy. I'm not enjoying creating the content for it. The content's there, but then I have to record it, and then I have to take it back, and it's another layer of admin work to edit it all, and that's what I'm not interested in.
And when you're a mom, like I know you have 3 under 3, I have a 3-year-old. I'm 42, about to be 43. Like my husband is a cop.
You don't want your nose stuck in your phone editing all day.
No, and it's hard to find that balance. That I think will always be my biggest struggle, because I feel like if I'm a good business owner, I'm a bad wife and mom. If I'm a good wife and mom, I'm a bad business owner. So, and it's just, we're all our own worst critic. So,
for sure. And I may have said this in a episode we've already recorded. I don't know. I know I share this with a lot of people. I have figured out you're always juggling all your balls, all your hats that you wear. Sometimes you just have to remember which of those balls are glass and which are rubber. Your rubber balls can bounce a little bit. You can let them go out of rotation for a second. They'll keep bouncing. Your glass balls will not bounce. You have to keep those going. And it's just remembering to let those rubber balls bounce on their own for a second sometimes. That's obviously much easier said than actually done, but it's true.
I think also knowing that comparison alone as well, comparing you to other people, comparison is the thief of joy. And if you try to compare what you're doing to other moms and creators on TikTok, that will steal your joy.
I fall into that hole.
And like, that is very, well, I will say,
if they can do it, I can do it.
Well, I will say, I know for me, I will say, kudos to y'all in general. I myself am not a mom. I'm a dog mom, but I'm not a mom.
Your dog is the most insane.
My dog, my dog Scooby-Doo,
handful.
Okay?
If Lily was a dog, that would be Max. Because Lily's a handful.
Yes, she is.
Well, I would say, though, I like this alone goes out to you guys in general, because I even find myself falling into this pit, and I don't have kids, so I can't imagine what you as parents fall into, having not only 1 but 3 of them, because just even me alone trying to run 4 businesses and those Instagrams and those TikToks,
it's too
and
much.
those Facebooks, I'm like, nope, I've hit a wall. Like, I can't do this. I'm done. And then trying to not only do that, but do that alongside my husband. And luckily we've got a great balance of knowing, okay, we need to both step away from this for a second and be husband and wife, not business partners, like, not working together. But that's a hard line right there. And I know that is, the comparison in that area is very hard for me. So I can't even imagine, like, trying to do that.
But that doesn't lessen it being hard for you. Like,
no,
it's
not by any means. It's still very much a real struggle. But trying to, like, do that and say, okay, well, I see all these people doing this on TikTok and doing this here. And, like, I know, as a spray tan artist, I see all these girls who have these tripods and come spend the day in the life with me. I had Abby record one day in the life with me, and I was like, this is the most embarrassing thing I've ever done in my life. And I've never done it again. Okay?
I literally need a reality show. It's
the most likes I've had, but I'm not doing it again because what?
So, reality show. What? I want to know, can you pick a favorite? Not a favorite. Can you pick a
best and worst?
Best and worst, craziest, check all the boxes.
What, wedding or reality?
Yeah.
That would fit a reality show, I guess. Moments, mishaps.
Either of, like, an inquiry of a bride or their arrangements.
Can you pick one?
Well, no.
There's so many options.
There's so many. I will say, and it's probably a story that I tell often, but it happened when I was doing makeup, which, I mean, still kind of counts, but
you experienced it.
Right.
So, yeah.
I'm going to say craziest. It was a well-known band in this area. The lead singer was marrying the guitarist, and they had been together for like 15 years. I did their wedding in Hattiesburg. It was probably one of the most beautiful weddings I have ever seen. This was in my early days of running my own business. So it was like, she said, just me and 2 other people need our makeup done. I'm like, okay. So I tell her what time I'll be there. And I get there, and these people are like, oh, well, can you do my makeup too? Can you do mine too? Can you do mine too? And I'm like, yeah. So 2 people turned, I think I did 9 or 10 people.
Moment.
Yeah, I think it turned into about 9 people. And I was doing them in Bridalwood bathroom. And I don't know if you know anything about Bridalwood bathroom. It's not big.
In Hattiesburg?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I had a stool in there, and there was probably about 20 people packed around the sink. Yeah, it was horrible. Well, anyway, her wedding started at 6, and it gets time to do her makeup, and she is nowhere to be found. And they come running back in, and they're like, she is missing. And I was like,
oh my gosh.
Okay. And we wait. All of them try to call her. They can't get her.
This is like bridesmaids?
The bridesmaids tried to call the bride. Yeah. Okay. She's MIA. Well, I'm waiting like 30 minutes or so. And I said, look, it's none of my business if she doesn't want to go through with this wedding. But what is my business is that I'm not fixing to slap makeup on her in 10 minutes and put my name on that. So if she wants her makeup done, somebody's got to get her back here.
Or I'm going home.
Or I'm leaving, period.
I just need to know if she's trying to I don't care if she's trying to get married or not, but I do need to know if she wants her makeup done.
So someone ends up calling her dad, and she was with her dad, and they were off of the property. And they were like, if she's doing this, you have got to get her back here. She comes back. When I tell you belligerently drunk, she was falling down. So I had just a regular bar stool in this bathroom because that's all that would fit. And I had to hold her up on that stool. She was crying. I love you, Katie. Blah, blah. And one of the things that pisses me off so bad is being sober, having to deal with a drunk person.
Yeah.
And trying to do her makeup. And you know how when you're drunk and you close your eyes, everything spins? Like when I would tell her to close her eyes, she would literally almost fall off the chair every time.
She would start moving in circles.
Yeah. So we made it through. But the girl that actually did the hair is the one who referred me to her, and I have known her for years. She said, "Oh, you missed the real shit show afterwards." I said, "What happened that's worse than her coming up missing?" She said, right after the ceremony, she had like a complete meltdown, took her dress off. All of
Where
her,
at?
I don't know. All the wedding pictures, she's in a tank top and jeans, and bless his heart, he's in a tux. And she said he is literally the only person that can deal with her bullshit.
So I have a question. Do we know if they're still married?
I think they are. I'm her friend on Facebook, last I knew. That would probably be one of the craziest. That, and when a girl came in.
I hate to ask if they're still married, but unfortunately, because we are in the industry, sometimes
those crazy mishaps.
Unfortunately, the mishaps like that, or the
foreshadowing.
So-and-so was super drunk and the other person was super sober, those ones are 9 times out of 10
that was like 15 years ago. But so then the other probably crazy one I would say just quickly is when one of the bridesmaids came in with a black eye because she had been sleeping with one of the other bridesmaids' husband, and they found out about it at the party.
No, I wouldn't give you a black eye. I would just be leaving.
And she thought it was so funny, and she was
the bridesmaid with the black eye thought it was funny. Oh no!
Like, I probably wouldn't even allowed her to be there that day. It would have been too much drama.
Correct.
So those two are probably craziest.
Those were when you were doing makeup?
Huh?
Those were when you were doing... Do you have any when you were doing in your business now?
Worst. I had a family. It's still very triggering for me to talk about, but I guess I talked to them for maybe a year and a half before the daughter's wedding. Thought we were on the same page, got everything. It was time for the wedding. Like, they would call me and text me, like, just asking how Lily was doing. Like, I felt like we were friends.
Well, when you spend that long planning with somebody for over a year,
I went out there, like, to their house for a tour. Like, she was getting married at their house, and so they had more money to spend on florals. Get down to the day of, beforehand, you know, I always send pictures. Well, she liked it, everything I did. Well, then she changed her mind the day of? Yes. And when I tell you that they treated me like I was just shit on the bottom of their shoes, I have never cried so much. And they, like, I literally thought about running having a wreck on purpose just so I wouldn't have to go out there again. Because I had to go out there so many times, and the mom was calling, cussing me out, but, like, you liked what I sent, and, like, threatened to take me to court, all this stuff.
Did you have a contract in place, like...
They were in violation. They were in violation of the contract, but she told me she would ruin my business on Facebook and all this stuff like that.
So
and
it was it was that fear tactic that made you.
And
gosh,
to me, what everybody said was, it sounds to me like they spent too much and they knew you were the easy target because you were the nice one. So, I mean, they just hounded me. Like, it got so bad that Rod was going to get involved. And he never, like, gets involved in my business stuff. But I cried and I cried. And because I had never been talked to like that. And I feel like even with my clients now that I'm overly accommodating. And I was like that with them. And it still wasn't good enough.
I think, well, let this be then a reminder to everybody listening that we as vendors are also human beings.
Yes. Right.
And nobody in their right mind should ever feel like
they're less than that.
They're less than that. And for you to feel how you were feeling in that moment.
It's like it's
to
still
the point
triggering.
where you were at. And I'm so sorry that you felt that way. And nobody should ever, we as vendors absolutely have the right to refuse a service. I remember very clearly the situation that happened with me and Abby, where Abby looked me in my eyes and said, if you want to leave right now, we will get in the car and leave.
Say bye.
And I was like, no, I'm good right now, but I'll let you know if I get to that point. Because of a situation, that, not to your extent.
Where you're being treated
where I
less
was
than
being
with
treated-
respect.
Correct. I was being treated completely disrespected. And
They were so disrespectful.
I'm so sorry that happened to you. We should not be treated that way as vendors because we are providing a service to you. When you go out to eat at restaurants, if you act like that in a restaurant, you get kicked out. So,
Right.
And you know
I'm
what?
so sorry.
Because of them being in violation of my contract, but even besides that, I've spent my rent money on trying to make it right. Like trying that day
That should never
and
happen.
going out and getting more stuff. And she's still, like, she hired, they loved everything when I sent pictures, loved her bouquet, loved everything. Well, then she said it, and I've had to hire another florist to come and fix your mess.
Okay. Well
What
then.
mess?
Right.
Like, you should, the pictures,
I have the reply message of you saying beautiful, thank you.
I even hired another florist to come with me because the job was so big. She did one floral installation, I did another, and she posted the picture of the floral installation on her page. It was absolutely stunning, and it literally took 3 days to do. And the mom sent me this threatening message saying I better get her to take it down. We don't deserve any credit for that. Like, it was just awful.
No, because they paid for the service and the service was completed. And
She
they
said, I had to go and buy extra flowers to add in. That was your choice. And the flowers she bought didn't match. Like, it was horrible.
Oh
And so, but it fueled me to go harder, to be honest. Like,
And probably to make modifications to your contract in
I
some
made
areas.
many modifications, and I thought my contract was airtight, but
Did you have to get a lawyer to like look over it to make modifications, or how did you go about it?
have y'all ever heard of the legal page?
Yes.
I kind of used her template, and I had someone help me just add in a few clauses, just to kind of cover me in some
You
areas.
shouldn't have had to learn from that, but
You do.
you did get that from it. I mean,
It's just, even when I passed the exit that I got off to their house, which I pass often, it, like, I feel immediate anxiety.
Yeah.
Because I know how I felt in that moment.
yeah.
And I had multiple weddings that weekend, and the other brides were absolutely amazing and sweet, and their weddings went so well. But like I said, it just fueled me to go harder. And someone asked me this past weekend, they were like, how do you feel about all the recognition that you're getting? Well, I mean, y'all just know a little bit, but I like to be behind the camera. A lot of people think I'm bougie or I'm a girly girl and I want all the attention on me. I'm really not like that. I like to be behind the camera. I'm just behind the scenes, period. But all of that, the recognition that I have gotten, it makes me feel like, you know what? Regardless, because I always think about that situation, because it's, nothing has ever been so awful in all my 24 years. I feel like it's really God validating me, like, you're doing what you're supposed to do, that they were in the wrong. And you know what is so crazy? After all of that, the groom's mother, her daughter was getting married. They wanted me to do it at the same place. I said, absolutely not. I will not come back on that property. I'm not doing your flowers.
That's wild.
Like, so they probably,
You've seen how I was treated.
like, they probably knew. I mean, because this was all the bride's family that treated me like that, but they probably knew. But do you really think all money is not good money? And that's what I've learned in my years. And do you think that I would step onto a property where I cried the entire time? I kept having to go behind the house because, damn it, I don't want you to see me cry. I don't want you to know that you got to me like that. But I still couldn't help it. I had never been talked to like that. And they were just treating me like I was some kind of rookie that had no clue what I was doing. And that was not the case. I'll have to find the picture, but you should see how stunning her flowers were.
Yeah, that's horrible.
How do you go about now with your discernment and
all money?
I don't want to say right. I would say and not that you pick and choose, but I would say like you said, all money is not good money. But knowing like, hey, I'm not the vendor for you, or hey, you're not the bride for me.
Right.
Knowing that we're not going to be that good fit, especially sometimes you don't always know up until, unfortunately, the week of the wedding.
You can kind of feel too when the vibe is off, especially if you have a phone call. And like I said, I'm at the point in my career where I don't have to take every client. I like to help everybody, but I don't have to. But one thing that I have noticed, me personally, if they have to ask their mama about everything, about making a decision, that is a huge red flag to me. Because number one, I want to be like, baby, do you know you're about to get married? Are you going to ask your mama anytime y'all have a fight or you have a financial issue or whatever?
Mama,
are you going to be like, hold on to my husband. Let me go ask my mama. That's literally a huge red flag to me. And if they are condescending in their tone in any kind of way, I will cut you off quick. Period.
Or I feel like almost like acting like they know better than you.
Or I'm the second best option because
right.
I use faux florals.
Right. That's
that
what
is
I was
a
say next.
huge thing with me.
Like they're aware that they're picking the second choice because you don't do real flowers.
I think faux florals are the best choice because why in the world would I want to spend so much money on real flowers just to have them go in the trash?
And no
Y'all
shade.
got me messed up.
No shade to my real florist friends because I love them all
dearly.
They
all take money, time, and skill.
Yeah. But
I want to keep my flowers.
I am not anybody's second choice. I'm not your cheaper option. I'm not your second choice. It is not, and this is from what I know, not what I think, what I know. It is not cheaper to use faux florals.
Heck no.
Because what a real flower florist spends on the florals, what someone that I know well, she does not spend over $500 on flowers per wedding. That's her cost. So, and she charges double what I charge. So
wait a minute, she doesn't spend how much on? What's that again?
She spends between she sets herself, she will not go over $500 on materials.
Oh my God, I spent $900 on my own flowers. They were fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big misconception.
And I
faux
did them
flowers are not
myself.
cheaper.
No, I double or triple that.
I did them myself.
It depends what flowers you're getting, real or fake.
Also, let this be known that I did my flowers myself, $900, and if I could go back in time, I would pay to have somebody do them because that also almost made me want to meet my Lord and Savior. Thankful for Abby, though, who took them off my hands after I already made 17 aisle markers. Because if I had to make another one, I was going to lose my mind.
But faux florals are expensive, and then
They
I
are.
have worked a long time to source very good quality faux florals.
Right.
Not just
moment from Amazon.
or
Not solo wood.
Sorry. That's what I used.
but
No regrets.
No regrets.
I was happy with
No
them.
regrets. They
It
smell
takes a
good. I
lot
love the
of-
smell of wood. It's great.
it takes a lot of time
I bought
to
the
diet.
I bought the
order, get in the mail, check out the quality, because so many people think that I use real. but it's because
Well, you mix real stuff in there though.
I can, yeah. But
We did that last time.
baby's breath,
Greenery sometimes.
What was the one that you just used that was so pretty? The waterfall.
Your dried stuff.
amaranthus.
How you spell that? Say that 5 times fast.
Amaranthus. But yeah, I use a lot of dried, but yeah, it is not more expensive. And then sourcing them takes so much time because, do you know, so many people are like, well, we can get, if I send them a quote, well, we can get flowers off Temu for way cheaper.
You do that.
I challenge you to do that, because when Temu first came out, this is what I did. I said, I'm going to spend $100, which is a lot on Temu. And I said, I'm going to order one of all of these flowers. Like, it was several different kinds that I used.
Y'all listen up. This vendor right here is spending money for a test.
that I
science
use.
You know she's serious.
That I use on the norm, like, in most all of my arrangements. Do you know when that box came in, I chunked it all. It was horrible. I would never put my name on that. But people want to gripe at me about my pricing. I challenge you, babe, to do it.
It's just a misconception.
It is. It is.
Majorly.
You can take you and your Temu flowers.
Right. Right. Please.
And not everybody has the
There's
budget
the
for
door.
real flowers or a real faux floral artist. Like, not everybody has the budget and does have to do Temu flowers, and that's fine, but you can't expect to get the same product that you see on Pinterest or on these florists' pages.
And that's the thing, like, if you notice, I've seen TikTok is so, I love TikTok, but it is so, what is the word? You can have a misconception about things, I guess. Misleading, that's the word. People are like, my whole wedding florals done with Dollar Tree florals. Okay, let's head on into the Dollar Tree. Half of the flowers in there, number one, you're getting maybe 2 to 3 flowers per stem. And then if you ever notice the difference between a good faux floral and a bad one, it's going to be made of fabric. A bad one, you can see the threads. You can see the imprint of the machine that they make it on, like where the ink stopped or whatever. I try to use Real Touch or a good quality silk floral, which I said that's what I get from sourcing. But I don't know, I don't know what the misconception is, but I've even had people say, I didn't realize flowers were so expensive. Well, they are, babe. Like, if you...
Well, where do they think they're made? Cost of goods and services.
I swear people
Tariffs
think I
are
have
so
a
real
garden
either
in my
way,
backyard, and I just go...
A garden of fake flowers?
Mhm.
How'd they... A garden of fake flowers and fake
And
soil?
Hey, it's my wedding week. I want to change from red to blue.
I've had that happen.
Give me 1 second. Let me just go ahead and
Had that
grow
happen.
that.
Dye 'em all blue.
Yeah. I've had to spray paint a few flowers before. I had a bride want mint green
Do you
roses.
have to...
Horrible.
What?
Mint green. I try to never do a flower that you can't find in nature that color.
Right.
Unless it is a specific request from a bride. If it's
What
something sentimental.
color do you hate doing? I
What
need to know
flower?
this. What color and what flower, yes. I need to know specifically for my own satisfaction. Because I have one that I hate seeing. I have a combination I hate.
I'm not a huge yellow fan.
Thank you. I was going to say...
It's interesting.
I love sunflowers. I have a sunflower tattoo, but on my foot. But I'm not huge on yellow, even though that's like one of the big trends this year. The buttercream
Is
yellow.
it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my
The
nails are
pastel.
buttercream yellow.
Right.
So what's your combination?
Well, I was going to say sunflowers is what I hated.
Hey.
But it was a combination of the red dresses with the sunflowers.
Oh no.
I still
And
see
a burlap
that.
runner.
That's what I'm talking about. It's going to have to go. Or terracotta. We already know how I feel about
Baby.
terracotta. I can't do the
love
terracotta.
me some terracotta, don't get me wrong, but I probably have 30 terracotta weddings this fall.
That's what I'm saying. I can't do the terracotta. Let me tell you why I can't do terracotta. Terracotta in a spray tan. Terracotta and a spray tan? No, I can't do terracotta and a spray tan. Y'all gonna have to pick another color.
I think that is literally every fall bride I have.
There's another. What have we thought about burgundy?
Well,
What do we have against navy?
Burgundy is one I did this past weekend, and I enjoyed it because I said you didn't do terracotta.
Other fall colors that we can enjoy.
I
like
love
a Cabernet.
Cabernet.
I love
Rosé. Chardonnay.
Olive.
Getting into that buttery yellow.
Y'all are so silly.
So what kind of other wines you want to talk about?
And it's not that I hate terracotta; it's just that it gets monotonous.
No, I hate terracotta. There's so many other great colors of the fall that we could use. Terracotta is so not this year.
But everybody wants it still.
I know.
If me and Rod would have gotten married in October, I said back then that I would have wanted to do like the burnt orange, but now that I've done all the burnt orange, I wouldn't have done that.
I hope we never have. I hope burnt orange goes so far out of style because I'm sick of doing spray tans and burnt orange because no matter what I do with spray tans, I can go so light. But I don't care how light I go. That spray tan can look so natural. If you put on that burnt orange dress, you're going to look orange.
You know what's another big trend right now? Pheasant and turkey feathers.
Ooh.
And they stink.
Pheasant?
They're really pretty. They're like
turkey feathers.
Yeah, a girl that I'm doing, the guys are wearing turkey feather bow ties.
No, thank you. If my husband told me I want turkey feathers at my wedding, I would say, "There's the door. Let's turn around and walk back in and let's
put
try
it
this
on
again."
the groom's cake.
You're putting it.
But no, that's
put it on the groom's cake.
super trendy.
Turkey feathers. If this is your wedding, I apologize. But I'm not working it, so never mind.
It's like for guys who are big into hunting.
Okay, well
Yeah.
that makes sense. My husband's not, so my
I had
father-in-law is.
That's what's tough about it is it's all like just because you like it or don't like it doesn't mean somebody else doesn't.
See, and this is why
Right,
I made
that's
a
what's hard.
podcast because I have
Like-
lots of opinions.
I did one girl, her boutonnieres were bullets, and I did the flowers coming out. They just shot all the
and
rounds.
that's a super unique.
I love sentimental, unique.
Cassie's over here having a stroke.
But, I mean, I like doing bullets.
Say you swear.
I swear. I'll show you the pictures when we get done. It was beautiful. Would it have been something that I wanted? No. But you have to, that's one thing in our industry.
I
You
love
have to
it.
take
Listen,
yourself out of it.
Yes. No, yes. I've taken myself out of it. I promise you, I'm not in it. I'm not in that.
Let me tell you, if it's something.
I love about staying true to yourself because that was true to themselves. If I was to coordinate that wedding, I definitely would not have that opinion right now. But because I am not in the wedding or thinking about being
Her
a part
wedding
of
was
that,
beautiful.
if I was on Pinterest right now and I was scrolling and I saw bullet
Boutonniere?
boutonnieres, that's like being on Pinterest and seeing camo wedding dresses.
Well,
Right.
Oh, God.
Yes, that's how I'm crashing out right now. What else y'all got?
I want to know I guess maybe this kind of goes hand in hand with some topics we've already covered, but like, what do you wish couples knew and understood more about florals? Like, when they come to you, what's something you wish you didn't have to constantly like hammer into their heads, I guess?
That faux florals are not cheap. And that you're paying for my time and my experience also.
Yeah.
Like,
Here.
I mean, it's not.
And that can probably be applied to most
Yeah.
vendors, not just florals, but I completely agree.
And like sort of what Cassidy said, just to remember that we're real people.
Right.
We have families, we have kids. And no offense to them, but I had to set my phone from 8 at night to 8 in the morning on Do Not Disturb. It's just automatically set because I have people who will message me at 2, 3, and 4 o'clock in the morning and want to talk about their flowers. And it's like, I have a husband, I have a child. I am asleep.
Or just respect normal business hours. Like, I understand the occasional, phone call or consultation or meeting that has to happen after 5 p.m. because while this is our full-time world, it makes sense for us to do Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. These couples may work full-time Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and can only do their wedding planning outside of those hours. And so that makes sense, but that's a predetermined meeting or communication that they've said, like, hey, I cannot respond to this or talk to you about this until after 5 o'clock. So then I'm aware, okay, I'm going to be talking to this bride after 5 p.m. And
I have all of that in my auto messaging, but they still do it.
yeah.
And I guess it just comes back to just respect works both ways.
Right. I think there's a reasonable time frame, though, that's allowed. Like, okay, I can talk to you respectfully. I can answer you if you're not able between at least 5 to 7.
Right.
But I'm not going to answer you 8.
And that's not to say don't
PM
message your,
after.
like, I've had
You can
brides
answer
who
me, but I'm not
text
going to
and say,
answer you back right now.
I know it's late. I just had this thought and wanted to get it out
I
at
get
9
that.
o'clock.
You're right. I'll
respond.
Yeah, I'm all
the
for
next
that.
morning.
You're right.
Yeah. But just be prepared for the next morning.
I love
Not
when you
like
say, please don't respond right
I'm
now.
so sorry.
I just have
I'm
the
aware
thought.
of what time it is.
It's just respect.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I agree. And I feel like there's always a fine line of it. And
most
you
people
get
do
best
understand.
of both right. You get best of
No.
both worlds. And it's obviously that the ones that don't understand those boundaries or don't respect those boundaries, those are the ones that stick in your head.
Correct.
You're not going to sit here and harp on the ones that act like normal people.
Right. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong. Most of all of my clients over the years have been absolutely amazing. And I still am blessed to say that I'm friends or friendly with all of them, really, for the most part now. I mean, we've become friends on Facebook. They refer me, whatever. But the whole respect thing is huge for me.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, I'm at the point in my career where I don't have to say yes to everybody. So if I feel your vibe is off, like, that's just going to be it for me.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm not going to put myself in a stressful situation, like, to be a repeat of what I dealt with last year or the year before. I can't even remember when it was.
Yeah.
But I will not. So if any of those signs are there,
Yeah.
Well, if anybody was, let's say nobody listened to anything else that we had to say, but if they were to hear you on one thing and one thing only, what is it that you want them to take away, the only thing from this entire podcast? What would it be? And it could be anything about flowers or just life advice or whatever you want to give them.
that is a loaded question.
Hard to pick just one thing, too.
Right.
I'm sure.
That I'm
Or
not the
just-
second best because I use faux florals. That is
There you
huge for
go.
me. I'm not, and I don't ever want to, I don't feel, I know, like, real flower florist, that's hard to say, that has ever made me feel that way. It's been potential clients.
Right.
Who didn't know.
And it's
likely
just,
didn't know any better.
yeah, it's literally just ignorance.
Yeah.
But I'm not your second choice ever.
How can, let's say we as clients, I'm not, I mean, I could be again, I don't know, I have a birthday party, I don't know. But how can, as clients, we be better to not
come across
that way? What would be a better way to come across? Because I would imagine it's more of a nonchalant way of saying it and not knowing. Versus, saying, hey, I know you're not first
Only
best. You're only, what would be the best way to come
only.
across? So that way we can be more mindful of knowing that what your worth is and being aware of it.
Just approach the conversation like, hey, I'm looking for flowers for my wedding. I'm not too sure if I want real or faux. Tell me the benefits, and I can spit them out to you.
Perfect.
like simple.
There you
Generic.
go. I think people are so caught up on like, hey, we're looking to do X, Y, and Z because of. And
It's the
that's-
cheapest option. I hear that all the
Yes.
time.
Okay.
I had a mom tell me, well, we're going with you because it's the cheapest. I said, no, ma'am, I'm not the cheapest.
Or
I think that's
something
what
that doesn't
happens.
cost an arm and a leg. Do
Hate
you know
that
how much an
phrase.
arm and a leg actually costs?
Hate it. It's so offensive to anybody in the industry.
Or within
I
a
agree.
reasonable budget.
I wish people would say, I'm looking for something that's more within budget, within a
My
reasonable
budget is what it's
Yeah.
so
because
and
my
so and
reasonable
so.
budget is
peop-
not your reasonable
Yeah,
budget.
correct.
People do say, I'm looking for something that does not cost an arm and a leg, or isn't the cost of my firstborn child. Da da da. Like that is so offensive. Like
It's
so-
very offensive.
I'm looking for something that's cheap. Nothing is cheap. What do you mean? How
But
rude
you want your
and how
pictures to look
offensive.
like
What's
they're in a
cheap
magazine.
to you isn't cheap to the next person.
Right. Just how you say it can be very offensive. And then when you bring it to somebody and say, so and so said you were cheap, that's very also super offensive to the person you're bringing that
I
to.
will if somebody says that, automatically a no.
Yeah.
I'm booked.
And
Sorry.
It's just the way you say things.
if somebody is saying that doesn't cost an arm and a leg, a lot of couples too are very ignorant to what things do cost. They've never done it before. They have never planned a wedding. They have no idea what is reasonable for a DJ and what's not reasonable for a DJ. And
Yeah.
all of that can come down to just proper communication in a respectful way. Because again, it's easy to offend somebody that knows what's right and what's wrong.
But never lead the conversation with assumptions when you're ignorant on that.
Right.
Especially when
Be
you're
aware
speaking
that you're
to
ignorant
someone
of it.
in the field that you're wanting to hire. So never lead me with, well, I came to you because you're the cheaper option and this is what I need and this is what I want. Well, I'm going to tell you no.
I think the biggest takeaway at the end of the day is just knowing that how you approach stuff matters. The way you say things and your words matter.
Major.
And just knowing that, hey, this is either my first time getting married or this is, I have no idea what to do or how to go about this. This is what I'm looking for. Can you steer me in the right direction? And just being vulnerable about
happy
your
to.
words. And that alone, just being real and vulnerable and saying, hey, I'm a human. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I would be open to that.
Right. I would just even saying, I know that some words can be offensive and I don't want to be offensive. Even saying that alone is like, hey, I appreciate your honesty.
Right.
I'm happy to help. Like that alone is enough. Just being real and knowing that, God, let's be real, the world we live in alone, anything nowadays is offensive. So it's very hard to go about your life and not.
But if you preface with,
I'm
not trying to be offensive, I don't know what I'm talking
then
about.
you're off to a better start than the person before you or
I'm
behind
not
you.
trying to hurt nobody's feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with somebody saying, I'm trying to stick within a very strict budget. Can you help me?
I don't even know what is a starting point for this area of a wedding.
And the thing about me is I will work with whatever budget. I've had people ask me if I have a minimum. No, because I have some brides who are eloping and they just want their bouquet and the groom's boutonniere. Or I have, these larger high dollar weddings. So, but if something that a lot of clients don't know is I will rent your flowers to you. Like that helps in a budget. So
You got to give them back untouched.
yeah, right. I got to get them back at the end of the night.
There are clauses.
Right. But, it's just how you approach it.
Yeah, exactly. I love all of that. Well, thank you for sharing everything. I think we had some fun laughs and obviously some stories, some sad moments, but that's the reality of this industry. That doesn't mean that you dislike it or
Oh, no, I
mean
love
it's
my
a
job.
love-hate relationship, and that's gonna be whatever career you're in. So before we sign off though, do you want to share where listeners can find you and your social media pages? We'll link them, of course, but if you want to shout them out.
So Instagram is the Bohemian Gypsy MS for Mississippi. Facebook is the Bohemian Gypsy Florals. My website, my name is so long to say. The Bohemian Gypsy Florals at GoDaddySites.com. I'm in the process of buying my own domain, so that will change in the future soon. But right now, that's what it is. TikTok, I think I'm the Pompous Lady, but I'm still, like I said, I'm still figuring
I'll make sure
out
to link
TikTok.
the correct account if you want to include it in the show notes.
Yeah.
What's the best way for clients to approach getting a quote from you?
I have an
Potential
intake
clients.
form on my website. If they fill that out, it pretty much gives me a good outline of what they're interested in and send me a few like inspo photos. And then a lot of clients want emails. My emails kind of come out of whack sometimes. So if you put a phone number on there, I will pretty much text you within the day and reach out. So if we can just make that connection, then I can easily get a quote to you.
Okay. So intake form, and then it's
That
got a
starts
phone
it all
number
off.
spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, yeah. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you so much.
We will see y'all next time. I was going to say see you, but I guess we'll hear y'all next time. Y'all hear us next time.
Yeah.
Anyways, bye.
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 Thanks for listening to The Hitch List.
Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share your wins and woes. We want to celebrate or commiserate with you.
Until next time, where creativity meets celebration and details matter.
Want to be featured as an event vendor on the Hitch List? Send us a message. We'd love to share your stories and behind-the-scenes moments.